Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the play-by-play between the New York Yankees, New York Mets, final game of the series. Can the Yankees avoid the sweep today? They're on a 6-game losing streak right now. So let's see if they can avoid the sweep. The game should start here in about a few minutes. But shout out to everybody in the chat. I know I got a couple of people in here. I got Susan, who's first in the building. Brooklyn's in the building. We got Jeffy. We'll wait for some more folks to come in. What is going on, folks? Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share the channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. What is going on, though, folks? What is going on? Let's see if the Yankees can break their losing streak. So we'll see what happens. And Desiree's in the building. What up, Desiree? What's going on? What's up? What's up? So, like I said, the game should start here momentarily in about a few minutes. So, Yankees desperately need this win. They do have a day off tomorrow. I'm going to look at their schedule real quick. Yeah, so they have a day off tomorrow. Thankfully, it's a much needed day off. And then they got games this week, and then they got the All-Star break next week. So the All-Star break can't come soon enough. It can't come soon enough. These guys desperately need it. What's up, Petruzzi? Drive safe. But here we are, folks. Here we are. Yankees-Mets, final game of the series. Let's hope for a Yankees win. Let's hope they don't get swept for a second series in a row. Jasmine D, what's going on, Jasmine? What's up? What's up? Let me know where you all are watching the game from. Are you watching it at home? Are you watching it at like a sports bar or something? Or are you at like a casual restaurant watching the game? Where are you all tuning in from? How do you watch the game? Let me know. And make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out, folks. I would greatly appreciate it. But Yankees Mets should start here momentarily. Let's see how Max Fried does on the mound today against Chris Davinsky. So we'll see how this matchup looks like. Hopefully Max Fried can have a long outing and to help out the bullpen. So lineup for the Yankees: Goldschmidt, Grisham, Judge, Giancarlo, Cody Bellinger, Anthony Volpe, DJ LeMahieu, Austin Wells, Oswald, Peraza. That is your starting lineup for your New York Yankees. Jasmine D says at home. Desiree says home like always. Air conditioning at home and air. I don't blame you. I'll pull up the game cast here. But here we go, folks. Game should start here momentarily. So Chris Davinsky, 5 games, 0-0 record, 3.38 ERA. So it looks like this guy's it's his 8th career start. Looks like the Mets are using him as an opener. Mets have some issues with injuries as well. Make sure you all go vote in the poll. Let me know what you all are thinking for the poll. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Mets defense: Marte, Taylor, Soto in the outfield, Vientos, Lindor, McNeil, Alonso in the infield. Senger is your catcher. Nimmo is DHing. Davinsky is your starting pitcher for your New York Mets. So that's the Mets defense. So the game should be starting here momentarily. But hopefully, the big thing is hopefully the Yankees can be more patient at the plate, get more timely hits. The offense is there. The bats have been coming around. The big one is the pitching. The pitching needs to try and hold this down for the Yankees. I know they're hurting right now. I know they're thin at pitching right now, but these games are important. So here we have Paul Goldschmidt. He is going to step into the batter's box. What's up, Brad? How's it going? And the game will be underway. Goldschmidt's ready to go. Davinsky's ready to go. And umpire says play ball. And here we go. First pitch. 0-1. John Bacon is your home plate umpire. They say he is neutral when it comes to strike calling trends. 7th season as an umpire in Major League Baseball. Here's the 0-1. Called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So it sounds like this guy throws a lot of changeups from what Paul O'Neill's saying as Goldschmidt fouls that pitch off. Sure enough, that was on a changeup. Tommy Canley, anyone? So no balls, 2 strikes here to Goldschmidt as Davinsky sets the 0-2. As Goldschmidt pops that up to center field. Taylor is right there to make the play. 1 down. That'll bring up Trent Grisham to the plate now. 87 degrees in Flushing, New York, out there in Queens. Feels like 84, 37% humidity, so nice sunny day in New York, it looks like. Oh, snap. Rodney with the gifted membership. Oh, man. Already dropping the love during the play-by-play. Thank you so much. And who was the recipient of that membership? Let's see who we got here. Hold on. Marshall Brown is the recipient. Thank you so much. And what up to Lore? What's going on, Lore? Thank you, Rodney. You're the man, bro. You are the man. Back to the game here. It's 0-2 to Trent Grisham. We have 1 down here in the top of the first. Judge waiting on deck. As Grisham steps back into the batter's box, he is ready to go. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Grisham as Davinsky sets the pitch. And there is a hit to left field as Grisham gets the first hit of the game for the Yankees with a 1-out single. Grisham, just like that, is on base for the New York Yankees, and that'll bring up Aaron Judge. So hits it to the opposite field. So nice piece of hitting there by Trent Grisham. And that does bring up Aaron Judge. So let's see what Aaron Judge does here with 1 out, runner on first. He takes ball 1. What up, Dev? 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, runner on first. Judge takes strike 1. Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Davinsky throws over to first to check on Grisham. He safely makes it back. Still can't believe Volpe threw the ball at Judge when he wasn't looking. Luckily, he didn't get him on the eye. Got him on the side. As Judge is still wearing that Band-Aid. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss. That was on a cutter. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the captain. As Davinsky sets on the 1-2 the pitch. Judge hits that ball into right field, but Soto is right there to make the play. 2 down. And that'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton to the plate. Yankees currently 48-41, 7 games over 500. They're tied with the Rays. They're trailing first place by 3 games. Blue Jays are your leaders in the AL East currently. First pitch to Giancarlo, strike 1. What up, Sco? as Davinsky sets on the 0-1, the pitch. And that is a line drive to left field. And Marte makes the play. That is out number 3. And just like that, we're going to the bottom of the first. So Yankees only get a hit, no runs, no errors. Bottom of the first coming up. Max Fried coming to the mound. He will face the top of the Mets lineup. Marte, Lindor, Soto. Let's see what Max Fried does in the first inning. So commercial break right now. Make sure you all hit the like, hit that subscribe, share this channel out. Greatly appreciate it. We're on the road to 1,800 subs. Shia, Ace is in the building. What up, Ace? I know he's live right now. Yeah, Matt. I mean, ideally, Max Fried needs he needs to have a long outing. The guy needs to go like 7 innings, man. Because this bullpen is depleted right now. The bullpen is kind of garbage right now, unfortunately. I'm going to go invade his channel for just a second here. Oh, you watched the Superman movie there, Rodney? All right, Mets starting lineup. Marte, Lindor, Soto, Alonso, Nimmo, Vientos, Taylor, McNeil, Sanger. Chris Davinsky making his first start as a starting pitcher since 2019. (10-2) record for Fried in 18 starts, 2.13 ERA. Okay, Rodney, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for sharing. Yankees defense, we have Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge in the outfield, Peraza, Volpe, LeMahieu, Goldschmidt infield. Wells is at the dish. Giancarlo's DHing. Max Fried on the mound. And bottom of the first, here we go. Marte leading things off for the New York Mets. First pitch, 1-0. Fried sets on the 1-0. And the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes now. First couple pitches just a little high. What's up there, Buckeye? How we doing? Oh, wait. No, not Buckeye. That's the other David. What's up, David Cohen? My fault, dude. What's going on, buddy? How are you? But it's 2 balls, 1 strike here to Marte. Here's the 2-1. Marte shows bunt. Fried, could not pick up the ball. So a leadoff bunt for Marte. He gets on base. I feel like if he picked it up, if he didn't bobble, he probably would have gotten him out, I think. But what's up, Ronald? Welkin, what's up? Well, Mets have their runner on. That brings up Francisco Lindor to the plate. First pitch, grounded foul, 0-1. Maybe we see 1 or 2 pickoff moves from Max Fried. There's Juan Soto waiting on deck. The 0-1, 1-1. Yeah, no way Jeter's going to manage a baseball team. He's enjoying live broadcasting. Sorry to break the news, man. The 1-1, 2-1. We'll see you soon, Rodney. The 2-1. Fried throws over to first to check on Marte. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Lindor. Nobody out. Runner on first. Bottom of the first, 0-0 game. The 2-1. Lindor fouls it back. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Francisco Lindor. Fried sets. Whoop. Well, looks like a pitch clock violation from the umpire. So now it is a full count. Fried is arguing here with the umpire. So Fried talking with the umpire. He's not happy with the pitch clock violation. Aaron Boone's out there too. You know, with the way these let's see here, Fried was setting. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Lindor. With a runner on first. Fried sets. Throws over to first to check on Marte. That was the second throw over. And Marte trying to say, oh, third time. And umpire's like, yeah, right. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Fried gets his first strike out of the game. That is 1 out. And that'll bring up Juan Soto to the plate. Fried sets. Goes over to first. He's looking to pick somebody off. He doesn't. I don't think. No, he doesn't own the Marlins anymore. First pitch to Soto. High for ball 1. 1-0. Hi, Carol. Welcome. Here's the 1-0. And there goes Marte. And he was off the bag. Oh, they're saying he's out. He was off the bag, according to second base umpire. Let's see if this gets challenged. Let's check this replay. So Volpe does step on his hand. I mean, he was safe. He probably is safe. Yeah, he's safe. Replay didn't lie. So runner on second now, so they don't have to worry about a double play as it's a 1-2 count to Juan Soto. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runner on second. As Fried sets on the 1-2. The pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fried sets. The 2-2. Full count. It's a full count to Juan Soto. Marte at second base with 1 out. Mets looking to score here. Here's the 3-2. And that is popped up to center field. Grisham blocking the sun. He makes the play for out number 2. And Marte will remain at second base. 2 down, and that'll bring up Pete Alonso to the plate. And first pitch to Alonso is high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runner on second as Fried sets on to 1-0. Here's the pitch. Oh, pitch goes to the backstop, and Marte will go to third. So a wild pitch by Max Fried. It's 2 balls, no strikes now. So Marte at third now on a wild pitch by Fried. So 2-0 now to Pete Alonso. Runner on third. Fried sets. And the pitch. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Pete Alonso. Fried sets on a 2-1. The pitch. Foul ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's play that 2 strike. Strike out of the game. See if you can get out of this. It's 2-2 as Alonso calls time. What's up, Russ? Russ Morgan is joining us from X. Appreciate you. Do me a favor, Russ. Go to my homepage, click the link, and subscribe, please, if you're not subscribed already, as Alonso pops that up to center field, and Grisham makes the play for out number 3. So good job to Fried after giving up the hit. And we're going to the top of the second. Does not give up any runs, no errors. 5, 6, 7 batters coming up. Bellinger, Volpe, DJ. Montauk is in the building. What up? Yeah, Russ Morgan says when we done with Volpe, that bat is not not an everyday player. Unfortunately, no solution. I mean, as of right now, who do you replace him with? Could put Peraza there, and his bat is not any better. But we are at a commercial break. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in to the play-by-play. Greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out. I would greatly appreciate it. But at least this was a better first inning where, the Yankees didn't give up a grand slam or didn't give up a single run. So that's good. Now Fried needs to have more innings like that. Welkin. Oh my God, that's funny. But let's see what the 5, 6, 7 batters do for the Yankees. Yeah, the Yankees desperately need a win. They're on a 6-game losing streak. They could lose another series. Second series in a row. Last series that they won was from last weekend against the Athletics. Luckily, they got a day off tomorrow, and luckily the All-Star break is next week. Oh snap! My fault. I totally missed his Rodney. You are the man, bro. He just dropped a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. This battle is for number 2. Oh snap! So shout out to Rodney for the super chat. Thank you so much, man. All right, we are back to the game. Bellinger leading things off here in the top of the second. It is 1-0. As Bellinger hits a grounder to Alonso, Alonso throws it to first to Davinsky for out number 1, and that'll bring up Anthony Volpe. And Pop is warming up in the bullpen for the Mets. John Pop. What's up, Robert? So here we have Anthony Volpe. First pitch, strike 1. Volpe actually hit a home run yesterday. Can you all believe that? It is 0-1 to Anthony Volpe as Davinsky sets here on the 0-1. The pitch. It is high for ball 1. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. It's fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Anthony Volpe. 1 down here in the top of the second. 0-0 game. As Davinsky sets the 2-2. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Anthony Volpe. It's a full count. DJ LeMahieu is waiting on deck. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Volpe strikes out. 2 down. And that'll bring up DJ LeMahieu to the plate. Let's see if he can keep this inning alive. And Davinsky gets a strikeout there. First pitch to DJ, strike 1. The 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch. 2-1 now to DJ. As Davinsky sets on the 2-1, the pitch is fouled off. 2-2. Count is even. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second. Davinsky sets the 2-2. And DJ was called out on strikes. He did not like that call. That looked like it was off the plate, but DJ has struck out looking. And we're going to the bottom of the second now. So Yankees go down in order. So Nimmo, Vientos, Tyrone Taylor coming up here in the bottom of the second. Still a 0-0 game. DJ ground out. I always laugh at the DJ LeMahieu nicknames. Let's check this poll real quick. I'm going to check this poll, the poll. What are people thinking? Who hits the first home run? So 56% of you said Judge will hit the first home run. I got 16 votes total. 56% said Judge. 31% said other. Bellinger at 12%. Grisham at 0. Top fans of the chat, your top 3 is Rodney, Jeffy, and Desiree. But that could change at any given moment. Hopefully everybody's having a good Sunday. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the Sunday. Hopefully you all had a good, nice, long, extended weekend with the 4th of July on Friday. We need to get more aggressive. I mean, they need to be a little bit more patient at the plate. That's what I think. And there's a view of New York City as they show the skyline. There, the game will resume here. Let's get the game cast back up. And Brandon Nimmo will lead things off for the Mets here in the bottom of the second. So Mets are very familiar with Max Fried, right? I mean, they're familiar with him. Fried spent all his career in the National League with the Braves. So obviously being division rivals, they saw each other quite a bit as Brandon Nimmo takes ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fried sets on the 1-1. The pitch. Popped up. Looks like DJ LeMahieu is right there. Judge is also running in, and DJ makes the play. 1 down, and that'll bring up Mark Vientos to the plate. Yeah, DJ really fighting the sun there as he makes the play. And Mark Vientos will come to the plate. First pitch to Vientos inside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is grounded foul. It's 1-1 now to Vientos. What up, Rob? He says Boone with the fossil lineup today. What's up, Hank? We got Texas Liberty in the building. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike now to Vientos. So everybody's aware, Jazz is not in the lineup because of shoulder soreness. He says it's something he's been dealing with for over the last 3 weeks. So that's why he's not in the lineup. As Vientos hits a grounder, Volpe fields it, fires to first. Got Goldschmidt off the bag, but Goldschmidt's still able to make the tag for out number 2. And now that'll bring up Tyrone Taylor to the plate with 2 outs. So let's see if he could keep this inning alive. Let's see if Fried could go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, Wilkin. Seriously. First pitch. Strike one to Taylor. So we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Still a 0-0 game. Fried sets on the 0-1. The pitch. 0-2. There's a swing and a miss. Let's play that 2-strike horn. Let's see if Fried can get hit. 0-2 to Tyrone Taylor. The pitch. Outside for ball 1. 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Fried sets on the 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. No, he got a piece of it. He's got a piece of it, so he's still staying alive. Yeah, Dominguez needs to be in the lineup, man. I mean, you need to lead that guy off. He has proven himself as far as I'm concerned. As Fried sets on the 1-2, the pitch. Ooh, just a little high. So 2-2, count as even. Yeah, I know some folks were calling for that during the offseason as Jeff McNeil is waiting on deck. But for me, it was just like, we got to see this guy hit first, prove himself, and then you move him to the leadoff spot. And he has proven himself. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 0-0 game. Mets go down in order. And Wells, Peraza, Goldschmidt. So 8-9-1 batters coming up for your New York Yankees. Commercial break right now. Left, right. Yeah, I don't really care about the the righty matchup, man. Just put the guys where they're gonna hit best. That's what I think. I'm not calling up Lombard Jr. yet, man. Sorry. I let him continue. You got to let him continue developing. He's still in development mode. Maybe you see him come up. I'm not saying he'll make the roster next year, but maybe you see him come up when, in 2026 when they expand the roster. But let him continue cooking down there. You got to let these guys develop. Don't rush these guys. Lombard Jr. He's knocking on the door, but if you were to bring him up now, he doesn't. I don't think he's going to move the needle much. I mean, hitting at the major league level is much different than hitting at the minor league level. So, as I always say, you got to manage those expectations. It's always a different story. And speaking of minor league players, Cam Schlittler should be making a start, I believe, on Tuesday or Wednesday for the Yankees. So the Yankees are going to call him up. Let's see how he does. His name has been brought up a lot. I know he's been killing it down there in the minors. Let's see how he does in his major league debut. Yankees are hurting for pitching right now, so that certainly needs to be addressed at the deadline. Initially, I was saying get 2 bullpen arms. I'd say now 3. And they're going to have to get a starter. I don't expect a high-level starter, but they should get a starter. And looks like Zach Pop is in the game for the New York Mets as Davinsky's day is over. They use him as an opener, only pitched 2 innings. And Pop was signed yesterday by the Mets. And Wells hits that ball deep into right field, and that ball is gone. A solo home run by Austin Wells. And just like that, the Yankees on the board. 1-0. And Austin Wells, home run. 13th for the Yankee catcher. 103.1 exit velo, 396-foot home run. And the Yankees, just like that, are on the board 1-0. With nobody out, leadoff man does his job. Oswald Peraza will be coming to the plate. 13 home runs for Wells. He's third amongst AL catchers. And there's strike one to Peraza. Yeah, Lombard Jr. had an excellent spring training. Here's the 0-1. And Peraza hits a grounder, fielded by McNeil, fires to first as he throws Peraza out. And now we are back to the top of the lineup. Paul Goldschmidt will be coming to the plate. He is 0 for 1 in today's game. And first pitch to Goldschmidt, strike one. Here's the 0-1. And a line drive right to McNeil. He makes the play for out number 2. And that'll bring up Trent Grisham to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single. As Pop sets here against Grisham. First pitch, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. It's called strike one. 1-1 now to Grisham. The 1-1. And that is a line drive up center field. And Grisham gets his second hit of the day. Another single. He is 2 for 2. A 2-out single by Trent Grisham. And that brings up Aaron Judge to the plate. So Grisham's bat making it happen this afternoon. Judge is 0 for 1 in today's game as Judge takes ball 1. What up, Nathaniel? Here's the 1-0. Judge takes strike 1. It's 1-1 now to Aaron Judge. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on first. Yankees on the board 1-0 on a solo home run by Austin Wells. As Pop sets on the 1-1. Here's the pitch. Misses on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Aaron Judge. The 2-1. Judge fouls it back, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Can Judge keep this inning alive? The 2-2. And Judge hits a grounder to Lindor, who tosses it to second for the force out. And that is the 3rd out. Judge now 0 for 2. We are now going to the bottom of the 3rd, but the Yankees do score on a solo home run by Aaron Judge and we are in a commercial break. I mean, I hope that's not the case, Susan. I feel like if that was the case, I feel like he would have a problem playing on the field right now too. Just a thought. That was a DP grounder. Well, didn't turn into a DP. But we are in a commercial break, folks. Bottom of the third coming up. So let's see if Fried can have another 1-2-3 inning. He will be facing McNeil, Sanger, and Marte. So 8-9-1 batters coming up for the New York Mets. Yeah, no, I know he still has the Band-Aid by his eye. I know that. Once again, folks, make sure we hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out, whatever you want to know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel. Game will resume here shortly. JB is saying with the Orioles down to their 6th-string catcher, they made a trade with the Yankees. Yeah, I talked about that during the pregame, man. So y'all got Alex Jackson for IFA money, and then for a player to be named later or cash considerations. That was a report that was put out on X. Bottom of the third, McNeil takes strike one. So bottom of the third, 1-0 lead for the Yankees. It is 0-1 to Jeff McNeil as Fried sets the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So Fried so far with 2 strikeouts. No balls, 2 strikes here to McNeil. First pitch or third pitch fouled off. Still 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here to McNeil as Fried sets. Here's the 0-2. Ball in the dirt, 1-2. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with the Yankees leading 1-0 there, Walken, but I got to get more runs up, man. 1-0, 2-0 games. I'm not comfortable. Here's the 1-2. Grounded foul. McNeil staying alive. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Fried sets on the 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. As Wells throws over to first. Third strikeout of the game for Max Fried. 1 down. And that'll bring up Hayden Sanger to the plate. I feel good, Lou. I feel good, man. And check swing by Sanger. It's 0-1. Even with how bad the Yankees have been playing, man, I still feel good. Still got to enjoy life, you know? The 0-1 inside 1-1. One ball, one strike here to Hayden Sanger. Pitch. 2-1. The 2-1 is foul back. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Fried sets here against Sanger. The 2-2 pitch is hit into center field. Grisham right there makes the play. 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup. Marte is coming up. And Starling Marte, 1-for-1 in today's game with a stolen base. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. As Fried sets here on the 0-1 to Marte. The pitch, another swing and a miss, 0-2. Let's get Fried to get out of this inning. Fried sets on the 0-2 and the pitch. And that is hit into right field. And that will drop in front of Judge. Marte now 2-for-2 with another single. He keeps this inning alive. And that'll bring up Francisco Lindor to the plate. So still 2 outs. Lindor at the plate. Marte at first. So tying run on first base for the New York Mets. First pitch, 0-1. Lindor struck out in his first at bat. And Mets have Waddell warming up in the bullpen. And the pitch, foul back, 0-2. Let's play that 2-strike horn. Strike. Outs. Runner on first. Fried sets. The 0-2. Foul back. Still 0-2. Fried sets on the 0-2. And the pitch is high. Ball 1. 1-2 now. Juan Soto waiting on deck for the Mets. It's a 1-2 count to Lindor. Here's the 1-2. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lindor. Fried looked like he was about to throw over to first, but as he steps off the mound. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the 2-2. Ball in the dirt, full count. That'll release Marte. from first. He'll get a head start, so he will go. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes to Lindor. Soto waiting on deck. It is a full count. Fried sets on the 3-2. Here's the payoff. That is popped up. Foul territory. Goldschmidt makes the play for out number 3. Yankees still leading 1-0. Top of the 4th is coming up. So it should be your 4, 5, 6 batters coming up. Giancarlo, Bellinger, and Volpe. And we are in a commercial break. So they got a 1-0 lead. So far, so good for Fried, but bats need to go to work. Got to go to work. Start getting some guys on. Start scoring with runners in scoring position. But yeah, the bats need to go to work. Not sure, Susan. It takes them a while to get going. We are in a commercial break. Once again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Yeah, Desiree. All right, we should be back to the game here. Top of the 4th. It's 1-0 to Giancarlo Stanton. Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Zach Pop still in the game. And there is a line drive that goes to the corner. Let's see if Big G goes 2 here. And he will safely make it to second base as he slides. So a leadoff double by Giancarlo Stanton. Hopefully that answered your question there, Susan. For now. But nice piece of hitting there by Giancarlo. And that brings up Cody Bellinger to the plate. So this is where, what's up, DM? This is where you need to start producing now. This is where you need to start executing with runners in scoring position. 1-0 game. Let's try to make this 2-0, 3-0. It's 1-0 to Cody Bellinger as Zach Pop sets the 1-0. And Bellinger hits that to right field, and that will drop in front of Soto. Giancarlo will stop at third base, and that is a single for Cody Bellinger. He gets his first hit of the game. So now we have runners on the corners with nobody out. Anthony Volpe coming to the plate. And unfortunately, Anthony Volpe with runners in scoring position, he leads the league in leaving runners in scoring position. Last I checked, it was 152 this season. So stats are not great for him. If I were Cody Bellinger, I'd just try to steal second base to try to avoid a double play at least, because we know he's kind of prone to that as Pop throws over to first to check on Bellinger. But maybe Volpe comes up in the clutch. Who knows? But Volpe is 0 for 1. He struck out in his first at bat. And first pitch to Volpe is strike one. It is 0-1 to Anthony Volpe. If I'm Bellinger, man, I try to steal here. Runners second and third. Here's the 0-1. Whoa, ball almost got away. Sanger stops it. It's 1-1 now. One ball, one strike here to Volpe. The pitch. And fly. There's a grounder. Let's see if they get two. They get Bellinger out at second, and they only get the force out at second base. Volpe will be safe at first, but he does score, drive in a run. Giancarlo will score from third base. It's a 2-0 game, so I'll take it. I'll take it. So one out, runner on first. Giancarlo scores on an RBI it's an RBI ground out from Volpe. And that'll bring up DJ LeMahieu to the plate. He's 0-1. He struck out in his first at bat. He takes strike one. Volpe comes through. It's a 2-0 game, but I'm still not comfortable with 2-0 here, folks. As DJ takes ball one, it is 1-1 now. So one ball, one strike to DJ LeMahieu. As Pop sets on a 1-1. DJ reaches out for that. And strike two, Volpe steals second base. So runner on second now. With one out, 1-2 to DJ. Ball in the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes now to DJ LeMahieu. Yankees trying to get another run, trying to make this a 3-0 game. As Volpe takes his lead at second base. And that was Volpe's 10th stolen base of the season. Here's the 2-2. As DJ fouls that back, it's still 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second. Yankees have a 2-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. Here's the 2-2. And LeMahieu hits a grounder to third. Vientos fields it, throws it. LeMahieu will be safe. Now we got runners on the corners as Volpe goes to third. So we got runners on first and third with 1 out. And that'll bring up Austin Wells, who hit a solo home run in his last at bat. So Yankees bats making some things happen here. Can they keep this going? Can they get some more runs? And that's going to do it for Pop. And that'll bring in Waddell to the game as the Mets go to the bullpen again. But we are in a commercial break right now. All right, so Yankees bats trying to get some things going, trying to put some stuff together. So let's see if Wells could come through. I'm not saying he's got to hit a home run, but Just driving another run. Keep it going. Keep it going. So runners on first and third. When we get back, Austin Wells will be coming to the plate. And Brandon Waddell will be taking over pitching duties for the New York Mets. He is a left-handed pitcher, so it'll be a lefty versus lefty matchup. Yankees desperately need a win today to avoid another sweep, to break the losing streak that they're currently on. The game will resume here momentarily. All right, here's Brandon Waddell. He pitched on Wednesday. He had 50 pitches on Wednesday. He's pitched in 7 games so far, 2.55 ERA, 12 strikeouts, 5 walks. Strike one to Austin Wells. So Wells had that solo home run that got the Yankees on the board. As Waddell sets here on the 0-1, the pitch. And that is a grounder hit to McNeil. He goes over to second and gets Volpe out at second. No. He got DJ out at second. Volpe will score. It's now a 3-0 game. So another RBI for Austin Wells. So it's a 3-0 game. So I don't mind these kind of hits. I don't mind getting runs like this either. Even if they're not turning into hits, it's a ground out, but at least they're scoring runs. That's good. So now we got a runner on first with 2 outs. Peraza's at the plate. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. But I'll take runs any way we can get it, folks. Doesn't always have to be the home run ball. It could be on a wild pitch, on a ball 4 with the bases loaded, on a base hit, on a double, on a triple, inside the whatever, man. Just don't keep relying on the home run ball. But Yankees leading now 3-0. As Peraza fouls off that pitch, it is 1-2 now to Peraza. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Yankees leading 3-0. They put up 2 runs here in the top of the 4th. As Waddell sets on the 1-2, the pitch. And that is hit into right field. Soto is backing up, makes the play for out number 3, but the Yankees put up 2 more. It is now a 3-0 game, and we're going to the bottom of the 4th. We're officially an hour and 5 minutes into today's game. Much better than not getting runs. Yeah, I agree, man. You know, how many games have we watched where the Yankees have a bunch of runners on base, second and third, no outs, or second and third, 1 out, and they can't produce to save their lives. They can't produce any runs to save their lives. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Soto will start things off in the top of or in the bottom of the 4th. So it'll be Soto, Alonso, and Nimmo. But we are in a commercial break. Game will resume here shortly. And I will end the poll, actually, because 22 votes. 32% of you voted other to whoever hits the first home run. And it was Austin Wells. So congratulations to everybody that voted correctly. And the top fans of the chat. We got Rodney, Susan, and Jasmine, your top 3. So bottom of the 4th will be coming up here. All right, bottom of the 4th. Here we go. There's a view of Citi Field. I've yet to go to Citi Field. I do really want to go. It looks really nice. I'm not going to lie. And I've heard a lot of Yankees fans say that they enjoyed their time at Citi Field. So Soto will be coming to the plate. He is 0 for 1 in today's game. He will lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th. So Fried should be pretty fresh after that 3rd inning from the Yankees. It is 0-1 to Juan Soto. As Fried sets on the 0-1, the pitch. Strike 2. Soto couldn't believe that one. It's kind of a delayed call, but I'll take 0-2 as Soto calls time. But I got to give a little credit to Wells there. It was definitely off the plate, but Wells played it nicely. Do what you got to do. Fried sets on the 0-2. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, 1-2. Yeah, I've been to Shea Stadium a bunch of times as well. Shea Stadium was all right, but I hear Citi Field is pretty awesome. Fried sets on the 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 1 down. So that is the 4th strikeout for Max Fried, and that'll bring up Pete Alonso to the plate. And first pitch to Alonso is strike 1. Fried sets on the 0-1. The pitch is high. 1-1 now. The 2-1. And there's a grounder hit to Peraza. Fields it, fires to first. 2 down. And that'll bring up Brandon Nimmo. Brandon Nimmo is 0 for 1 in today's game. First pitch. Outside, 1-0. Luch says he likes Citi Field. That's pretty cool, Susan. 2-0 now to Brandon Nimmo. Yankees are up 3-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth. It's 2 outs, 2 balls, no strikes to Nimmo. As Fried sets here on the 2-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Fried sets on the 2-1. Outside. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Brandon Nimmo. Mark Vientos is waiting on deck for the Mets. Fried sets on the 3-1. The pitch. Ball 4. So a 2-out walk by Nimmo. And that'll bring up Mark Vientos to the plate. So 67 pitches for Max Fried here in the bottom of the fourth. Mark Vientos is at the plate. He is 0 for 1. What up, Frederick? First pitch, 1-0. Fried sets on the 1-0. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Mark Vientos. As Fried sets on the 2-0. Throws over to first to check on Nimmo. As Nimmo is back to first. Two balls, no strikes here to Vientos. Here's a pitch. 2-1 now. That's a strike. So Fried's pitch count in the first was 20, third was 21. So the first and third innings were high pitch counts for him. As he sets on a 2-1, here's the pitch. 3-1 now. Fried trying to get out of this inning. Vientos trying to keep this inning alive. As Fried sets on the 3-1. The pitch. It's a grounder. Fried picks it up. Fires to first for out number 3. And we're going to the top of the 5th here, folks. Top of the order coming up. Goldschmidt, Grisham, Judge. Yankees leading 3-0. Let's see if they could add more. And we're in a commercial break. And I will take a mini break myself. I will be right back, folks. All right, we're back. Waiting for the game to resume. We are in a commercial break. Once again, folks, make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out. Let's continue growing out the strike zone. We're on the road to 1,800. Top fans of the chat. We got Rodney, Desiree, Susan. Those are your top three. And back to the game we go. As Goldschmidt takes strike one. Goldschmidt 0 for 2 in today's game. He's looking for his first hit. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. As Waddell sets on the 0-2 to Goldschmidt. Here's the pitch. As Goldschmidt fouls that pitch off. It's still 0-2 to Paul Goldschmidt. The 0-2. 1-2. The 1-2. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Goldschmidt. Waddell sets the 2-2. Ball in the dirt, full count. Goldschmidt hits that ball into left field, and that ball will be off the wall. That should be a double as Goldschmidt is going to second, and he will slide safely into second base. A leadoff double for Paul Goldschmidt as he gets his first hit of the game, and that'll bring up Trent Grisham. So Goldschmidt leads things off here in the top of the fifth with a double, and Trent Grisham will be coming to the plate. Grisham is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And first pitch to Wells inside 1-0. As Waddell sets on a 1-0, the pitch is strike one. Count now 1 ball, 1 strike to Trent Grisham. Let's see if Grisham can get Goldschmidt home. Here's the 1-1. And there's a grounder hit to Alonso. It's a fair ball. He throws it over to Waddell. Waddell steps on the bag. Goldschmidt will go over to third. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge to the plate. Judge is 0 for 2 in today's game. He's looking for his first hit. So runner on third, 1 out. And Judge hits that ball deep into left field, and that ball is gone. It's a 2-run home run by the captain, Aaron Judge. Let's go. 388-foot home run, people. And just like that, the Yankees take a 5-0 lead on a 2-run home run by the captain. All rise for the Judge. And now we have Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. He is 1 for 2. Still 1 out. Most home runs versus Mets. Yankees all time. So 1-1 to Giancarlo Stanton. He's 1 for 2. Had a double in his last at bat. 2-1 now. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Full count. The 3-2. Giancarlo fouls it back. Still staying alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yankees leading this game now 5-0. Top of the 5th. Here's the 3-2. Giancarlo hits that ball deep in the right field, but not far enough as Soto is right there to make the play. 2 down, and that'll bring up Cody Bellinger to the plate. And Cody Bellinger takes ball 1. Bellinger 1 for 2 in today's game. Let's see if he can keep this inning alive. Yankees have a 5-0 lead here against the Mets. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is in there for a strike. It is now 1-1 to Cody Bellinger. And Bellinger rips that, but it's foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Cody Bellinger. The 1-2. Bellinger fouls it back. Still 1-2. What's up, Sean? As Waddell sets here on the 1-2 and the pitch. And that one is hit into center field. That will drop. Oh, gets by Soto. And good hustle there by Bellinger as he slides in for a double. So a 2-out double for Cody Bellinger. He is 2 for 3. That is his 17th double of the season. Bellinger keeping this inning alive, and that'll bring up Anthony Volpe to the plate. Let's see what Anthony Volpe does with 2 outs. So 17th double for Bellinger. Volpe at the plate. He's 0 for 2. He takes ball 1. So fielder's choice, scored a run, had an RBI, and a stolen base for Volpe. Waddell sets on a 1-0 as he looks at Bellinger. Strike 1. 1-1 now to Volpe. Waddell sets. The pitch is high, 2-1. So Volpe does pretty well against left-handed pitching, right-handed pitching, and not so much. The 2-1. Volpe fouls that off, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Yankees have a 5-0 lead. The 2-2. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Volpe. Let's see if he's able to keep this inning alive. Can he drive Cody Bellinger home? As Waddell sets on the 3-2. Payoff pitch. And Volpe pops it up, but it is out of play. Still 3-2 to Volpe. Three-two count. Waddell sets, has a long look at Bellinger. The payoff pitch is popped up to center field, and Taylor will make the play for out number 3. But the Yankees put up 2 more on a 2-run blast by Aaron Judge. The Yankees are now leading 5-0. We are in the bottom of the 5th now. And Tyrone Taylor, Jeff McNeil, Hayden Sanger will be due up. So 7, 8, 9 batters coming up for the New York Mets. And we are in a commercial break, folks. All right. Commercial break here, folks. Game will resume momentarily. Yankees have a 5-0 lead. How's everybody feeling about the lead? Are we more comfortable with a 5-0 lead? Are we good? But other scores around Major League Baseball, Red Sox beating the Nationals 4-2. 1-1 game between the Phillies and Reds. 2-2 game Blue Jays and Angels. 0-0 Cleveland and Detroit. Brewers beating the Marlins 2-1. Tampa Bay Twins, or Rays and Twins 1-1. Rockies and White Sox about to start. And you got a few afternoon games. Here's that name that Yankee. Career statistics, 259, batting average, 335 home runs, 1,000 RBIs. Played for the Mets from 83 to 90. Played from 91 to 93 for the Dodgers, 94 for the Giants. And then after that, he played for the Yankees. Can anybody name the player? Rob says he's not comfortable. Yeah, I get it. As Taylor hits that to center field, Grisham runs it back, and he makes the play. One down, and that'll bring up Jeff McNeil to the plate. McNeil is 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch. 0-1. The 0-1. And it's a grounder, and that passes the diving DJ as McNeil gets a single. As McNeil will be on first base, that brings up Hayden Sanger to the plate. So runner on first with 1 out. Hayden Sanger coming to the plate. First pitch, strike one. The 0-1. And that is hit to center field. So back-to-back hits here as Stenger gets a base hit. Runners on first and second with one out. And we're back to the top of the lineup that will bring up Starling Marte, who is 2 for 2 in today's game. So Marte with a couple of singles in today's game. He's 2 for 2 with a stolen base. So runners on first and second with one out. Marte at the plate. First pitch, strike one. Double play would be awesome right here. As Fried sets here on the 0-1. The pitch. It's fouled off. 0-2. I don't know if the bat made contact with Wells, but he looks like he's. Let's see here. Oh, no, the ball just bounced off his shoulder. But it is 0-2 now to Marte. Runners on first and second with one out. Fried at 80 pitches right now. As Fried sets on the 0-2. Here's the pitch. 1-2. One ball, two strikes. One out. Runners on first and second as Fried sets on the 1-2. The pitch. Fouled off. Still 1-2 to Marte. As Fried sets on to 1-2. Steps off. Lindor waiting on deck for the Mets. The 1-2. Gets a piece of that. Still 1-2. Runners on first and second. 5-0 game. One out. Bottom of the fifth. Fried sets on the 1-2. And the pitch is popped up to center field. Grisham running back, looking up. It'll go over his head, plays it off the wall. That'll score one run as McNeil goes to third. And Marte 3 for 3 in today's game. I think it's just a long single. I think Grisham misread that one. That should have been an out, I think. So they all thought that ball was going to get caught, but then I don't think anybody scored. I thought there was a run going to be scored, but apparently not. 5-0 game, bases loaded now with one out. So the Yankees in a little bit of a jam here. Looks like Matt Blake is out there to talk with Max Fried to try and settle him down. And here we have Francisco Lindor with the bases loaded. I don't know. I feel like Grisham might have misread that ball. I don't know about you all. I feel like that ball should have been caught. So Lindor at the plate, Soto on deck. So things getting a little interesting here. Ball one to Lindor. The 1-0. And up the middle, that's in for a base hit. That'll score 1 run. And that'll score 2 runs. It's now a 5-2 game. And that'll bring up Soto to the plate with runners on first and second. So a 2 RBI single there by Francisco Lindor. Mets are on the board now. It's now a 5-2 game. Yankees up by 3. So runners on first and second with 1 out still. Soto coming to the plate, and it looks like Yankees are going to have somebody warming up in the bullpen. I believe that was Jonathan Loaisiga. Soto is 0 for 2 in today's game. Third base umpire said he did not go. It is 1-0 to Juan Soto. So 5-2 game. Runners on first and second. Strike 1 to Soto. 1-1. Fried sets on the 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes here to Juan Soto. The pitch. Ball in the dirt. 2-2. Blocked by Wells. Pete Alonso is waiting on deck. Soto calls time. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Juan Soto. Fried at 91 pitches. As Fried sets the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Soto for out number 2. Strikeout there from Fried. 2 down, and that'll bring up Pete Alonso. So that is the 5th strikeout for Max Fried. So Pete Alonso's at the plate. He's 0 for 2. First pitch, strike 1. Fried sets on the 0-1. The pitch is high. Ball one. 1-1. That's a funny comment, Rob. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Yankees have a 5-2 lead. Here's the 1-1. That is called a strike. It's 1-2. Let's that is strikes. Freed sets under 1-2. Here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt. 2-2. Runners on first and second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Freed sets here. The 2-2 is popped up into right field. Judge is right there to make the play. And we are going to the top of the 6th. Yankees lead 5-2. Top of the 6th coming up. All right, time for the Yankees bats to start cooking again. Time for the Yankees bats to start cooking. Who do we have coming up? We got the 7, 8, 9 batters coming up. DJ Wells and Oswald Peraza. Well, Max Fried was able to get himself out of a jam. That was probably more than likely his last inning. He's at 97 pitches, so it should be his last inning. So he did go 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, a couple of runs, walked 1, struck out 5. I don't know about you all. That's a productive outing. He got the job done. Now it's up to the bats to try and add some more runs. It's going to be up to the bullpen to try and hold this freaking lead. So, we'll see. We'll see what the bats do here in the top of the 6th. But hopefully the Yankees bats can get something going here. Try to add some more runs to the column. As DJ LeMahieu takes ball 1. Waddell is back on the mound for the Mets. DJ is 1 for 2. DJ takes ball 2. 2-0 now to LeMahieu. The 2-0. That is called a strike. 2-1. DJ calls time. Umpire grants it. The 2-1. As LeMahieu fouls that back, it's 2-2 now. The 2-2. LeMahieu fouls it off, still staying alive, still 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2, and LeMahieu strikes out, 1 down. And that'll bring up Austin Wells to the plate, who is 1 for 2 in today's game. So Wells, 1 for 2, had a solo home run in the 3rd. First pitch, strike 1. Waddell sets here on the 0-1. And the pitch, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here to Austin Wells. One out here in the top of the 6th. Yankees have a 5-2 lead as Waddell sets here on the 0-2. The pitch, as Wells fouls us off that one. It is still 0-2 to Austin Wells. Oswald Peraza is waiting on deck. The 0-2, 1-2. The 1-2. And Wells hits a grounder right to Alonso. It's a fair ball. He steps on the bag, 2 down. And Oswald Peraza will be coming to the plate. So Jazz Chisholm not in the lineup today. Sore right shoulder. He says he's been experiencing pain for approximately 3 weeks, but he is available off the bench if necessary. And here we have Oswald Peraza with 2 outs. He's 0 for 2 in today's game. Let's see if he can keep this inning alive. First pitch, 1-0. The 1-0. That is called a strike, 2 or a 1-1. One and two now to Peraza. Bottom of the 6th, Nimmo, Vientos, Taylor will be due up for the New York Mets. The 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 to Peraza. As Waddell sets, here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Peraza strikes out. Yankees go down in order. And the bottom of the 6th will be coming up. Nimmo, Vientos, Tyrone Taylor will be due up. Yankees have a 5-2 lead. What's up, D's channel? Commercial break. Bottom of the 6th will be coming up. I'd say Chua. Just be ready for Clay Holmes. I think bats need to be ready. I think Clay Holmes will come out. I think he'll pitch a good game. If you want me to be honest, I think the Orioles are going to beat or the Mets are going to beat the Orioles. Yanks to 48 is in the building. Says, God bless all the Yankster maniacs. God bless you. Now it's time for the relief pitching wakes the hell up and do their job. Yeah, well, the bullpen is very thin there, man. But they certainly need to get the job done. You're not wrong there. Yankees are unfortunately very thin at in their bullpen. But the game will resume here momentarily. Appreciate you all tuning in for the play-by-play like you do for every play-by-play. It is greatly appreciated. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out. Greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel. Oh. Wow, Frida's back out. Okay, I wasn't expecting him. Loaisiga's warming up in the bullpen. Brandon Nimmo just got hit by a pitch, so leadoff man is on. Yeah, Chua, just be ready for Clay Holmes. That's all I'm going to say. And that's probably going to do it for Max Fried, I believe. It looks like Boone is coming out. Yep, that's going to do it for him. So Vientos, Taylor, and McNeil will be due up. Jonathan Loaisiga will come into the game. And we are in a commercial break. And I will take a small break myself. I'll be right back. All right, the game will resume here shortly. That boy Fried going out of style. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Max Fried to come back out. Maybe, it was just to give Loaisiga a little bit more time to warm up in the bullpen. But Fried is responsible for the runner on. I mean, he had a pretty good outing in my opinion. I'll take this outing from Fried. No, he got himself into some jams, but was able to get out of most of it. He gave up only the 2 runs. Once again, he is responsible for the runner on first. And Ronnie Mauricio will be pinch hitting here for Vientos. As Loaisiga sets, here's the pitch. Ball 1. Nice, Chua. As Loaisiga sets on the 1-0. The pitch. 2-0. Yankees bullpen last 8 games, 10.33 ERA. So bullpen has been a little bit of a weak spot. Of course, they got a couple of guys that are hurt. So pretty thin right now. The 2-0. And there's a grounder. Oh, that gets through with a base hit. So we got runners on first and second with nobody out. So a pinch hit single by Ronnie Mauricio. And that'll bring up Tyrone Taylor to the plate. Oh, Brett Beatty actually pinch hitting for Tyrone Taylor. So Beatty coming to the plate. So another pinch hitter for the New York Mets. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Loaisiga sets. The first pitch is hit to left field, and that'll drop in front of Bellinger. And back-to-back hits here. Bases now loaded with nobody out for Jeff McNeil. So things getting a little dicey here in the bottom of the sixth. Mark Leiter Jr. warming up in the bullpen. So Yankees right now in a big jam as Matt Blake is coming out with the translator to talk with Loaisiga. So a little meeting on the mound right now. Yeah, old boy's right. Hopefully this doesn't turn ugly. Ace, you're talking to somebody that's been saying this for a while, and you've been saying it. Jazz belongs at second base, right? Or put Peraza at second base. Move DJ to third. I've been saying it, but it's 1-0 to McNeil. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Bottom of the sixth. Mets are threatening here. Here's the pitch. And it's a grounder. And they get McNeil out. Oh, no, they couldn't get him out. And it looks like everybody is safe. They score a run. So that'll be a 5-3 game. Things are getting ugly here for the Yankees. Mets are down 2 now. So it was a soft little grounder that Loaisiga could not pick up. Paul Goldschmidt tosses it, but Loaisiga could not get the catch or make the catch. Everybody's safe. Run scores. Still nobody out. So things getting ugly now. 5-3 game. And Hayden Senger at the plate. And he hits a grounder. They'll turn 2 here. 1 and 2. And another run will score. And the Yankees are up by 1 run now. So they got a double play. Runner on third. It's now a 5-4 game. So the tying run is at third base. That brings up Starling Marte. Unfreaking believable. Nice scoop there by Goldschmidt on that double play. So tying run is at third base now. Marte's at the plate. He's 3 for 3. A hit will score here. Will score the runner from third. And strike 1 to Marte. So this game showing its ugly self right now. Here's the 0-1. 1-1 now to Marte. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Lysica sets here on the 1-1. The pitch. Rounded foul, 1-2. Let's play that 2-strike horn. One ball, 2 strikes to Marte. Tying run at third base for the Mets. Loisiga sets. And the 1-2. Fouled off. Still 1-2. As Loisiga sets here on the 1-2, the pitch. And that is hit into right field. And Judge comes up with the diving catch. Saves the run. But the Mets put up 2 runs. Top of the 7th coming up. Yankees are up 1. It's a 5-4 game. Top of the order coming up. So Yankees better start manufacturing some runs. It's a 5-4 game. Loisiga screaming into his glove. He's pissed. Top of the 7th coming up here, folks. We're in a commercial break. That was a crappy inning. Yeah, you're talking about from that last inning, right there, Peanut? Yeah, I think he misplayed it. But top of the 7th is coming up. 5-4 game. Yankees are up by 1 now. Mets slowly creeping back up. So Yankees bats. They need to make something happen. Score some runs. 1-run lead can't be comfortable. You can't even be comfortable with a 5-run lead, unfortunately. This is ridiculous. But the Yankees are thin at bullpen right now, so they got to address the bullpen. So, but here we are. All right, the name that Yankee was Darryl Strawberry. So I know one of you guessed it. I think it was Rob Saxon that guessed it, and he was correct. But the top of the order is coming up for the New York Yankees. Huascar Brazoban is your pitcher for the New York Mets. Rob says, nailed it. Yes, you did. And first pitch to Goldschmidt is strike 1. Goldschmidt is 1 for 3 in today's game. Yankees desperately need to put up some more runs to try and have a little bit of a larger lead. Here's the 0-1. 1-1. The 1-1. 1-2 now to Goldschmidt as he fouls off that pitch. The 1-2. And grounded, and that'll get through to center field. And that is a single for Goldschmidt. So he starts things off here in the top of the 7th with a single. And that'll bring up Trent Grisham to the plate. So let's see what Grisham does. He is 2 for 3 in today's game. First pitch. Grounded, and that's a fair ball. Goldschmidt should go to third there. Let's see if he goes. No, he'll stop at third. Grisham will stop at first. So back-to-back hits here for the Yankees here in the top of the 7th. And that brings up Aaron Judge to the plate. Aaron Judge hit a 2-run shot in his last at-bat. Alonso just couldn't come up with it. So runners on first and third. An interesting start to this inning. And here's Judge, who's 1 for 3, had that 2-run blast in his last at-bat. What does he do here with 2 runners on? Oh and 1 to Aaron Judge. Here's the 0-1. And Judge fouls it back, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, runners on the corners, nobody out. Brazoban sets. Here's the 0-2, 1-2. We have Giancarlo Stanton waiting on deck for the Yankees. The 1-2, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the captain. Here's the 2-2, full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. And Judge rips that, but foul. Still a full count to Aaron Judge. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runners on first and third. Nobody out. Yankees up 1. They lead this game 5-4. Yankees desperately need to add some more runs to the run column here. As Brazoban sets here on the 3-2. Here's the pitch. And Judge hits that ball deep into left field, but caught at the warning track. And Goldschmidt will tag up. It is now a 6-4 game. So a sack fly. Judge gets another RBI there. So Judge, I thought that ball was gone. That ball was traveling, but Yankees do add another run. It's now a 6-4 game. That brings up Giancarlo Stanton to the plate with 1 out. Runner on first. First pitch to Giancarlo. Ball 1. Mark Leiter Jr. warming up in the bullpen for the Yankees. The 1-0. 1-1. The 1-1. 2-1 now to Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton 1 for 3 in today's game. Brazoban sets. 2-2 now to Giancarlo. 2 balls, 2 strikes. as Braun sets. And it looks like he steps off. The 2-2. Full count. Three balls, two strikes. Cody Bellinger waiting on deck. Bellinger is 2 for 3 in today's game as Giancarlo Stanton strikes out swinging 2 down. And that'll bring up Cody Bellinger. That was ball 4 there, buddy. All right, pitching coach out there talking with Braun before he faces Cody Bellinger. So we have 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, runner on first. Yankees have a 6-4 lead in this game. Cody Bellinger will be coming to the plate. First pitch, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Bellinger fouls that one off. It's 1-1. Braun sets on the 1-1. Ball gets away. 2-1 now to Cody Bellinger. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Braun sets the 2-1. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Cody Bellinger. The 3-1. Ball 4. So runners on first and second for Anthony Volpe. Ha! Let's see what Volpe does. He's 0 for 3. This would be a big moment for Volpe if he was able to come through with runners in scoring position, come through in a big clutch situation. So both the Yankees and Rays both have a 48 and 41 record. Blue Jays are now the leaders of the AL East. They're both teams trailing by 3 games. As Volpe fouls back the first pitch, 0-1. Braun sets here on the 0-1. The pitch. Volpe fouls that one off. It's 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes here to Anthony Volpe. The 0-2. And he goes around. Volpe strikes out, of course. And that is out number 3. Yankees do put up 1 run. They're up by 2 now. And what up in Furnace? We're in the bottom of the 7th. It's the 7th inning stretch. I will take a break, get some food, get a drink, get some snacks. Come right back. I'll leave you all with some tunes. All right, we should be back to the game here. Mark Leiter Jr. will pitch here in the bottom of the seventh. The Yankees are up by 2. They're up 6-4 against the Mets. Lindor will lead things off here in the bottom of the seventh. He takes ball 1. It's 1-0 to Francisco Lindor. Here's the 1-0, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes here to Lindor. He's 1 for 3 in today's game. Here's the pitch. 3-0 now to Francisco Lindor. Tim Hill warming up in the bullpen for the Yankees. Here's the 3-0. 3-1. Juan Soto waiting on deck as Leiter Jr. sets on the 3-1. The pitch, 3-2, full count. Yankees looking to not get swept second time in a row and looking to break the 6-game losing streak as Leiter Jr. was about to pitch, but Lindor had called time. Leiter Jr. sets on the 3-2 to pitch. Oh, and that hits Lindor. And Lindor will take first base, and that brings up Juan Soto to the plate. Yeah, pitch looked like, I got him like in the back of the foot, it looks like. Soto is 0 for 3 in today's game. So Soto at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Runner on first. Nobody out. Yankees leading 6-4. First pitch. 1-0 to Juan Soto. Leiter Jr. throws over to first. Lindor back safely. Pete Alonso waiting on deck for the Mets. The 1-0. 2-0. As Leiter Jr. sets here on the 2-0. The pitch. 2-1. As Soto fouls that one off. Leiter Jr. sets on the 2-1. The pitch. And that is line drive to left field. Bellinger makes the play. Could this be a double play? It's a double play. Wow. That was big. That is big. Let's see this replay here. Soto hits it to the opposite field. So catch made by, that's a play by Bellinger. Wow. I couldn't tell. I thought that ball hit the grass first, but replay clearly shows just gets it and then throws a line drive to first base to throw out Lindor. Well, let's see. They're going to challenge this, but that looks like it's a catch. I think that catch was made. I think it's a double play here, folks. Let me know what you think. But if in fact this call stands, what an impressive play there by Bellinger. That should be a double play. I know that it's on the review, but that has to be a double play. If they overturn that, something wrong here. Yeah, the ball clearly goes into the glove. He secured it. Never came out. He secured it. But if this call stands, what an impressive play there by Bellinger. That would be the play of the game. To make the catch and then throw out Lindor, that would be a big double play in this inning. That would be huge. So let's see what the umpires say. It's still on the review, it looks like. And just like that, folks, the call stands. And it is a double play. Catch by Bellinger, and he throws Lindor out at first. That is huge. I mean, you couldn't have asked for something better to happen here in the bottom of the seventh. Bellinger making it happen all by himself. Great job to Cody Bellinger. Incredible double play there by Bellinger. Now that brings up Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 3. And that is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, dead-on accurate throw there to Paul Goldschmidt after he made the catch. Wow, that was incredible. That was incredible. It's 2-1 now to Pete Alonso. Wow is right, man. That's got to be the play of the game. The 2-1. Alonso fouls it back. It's 2-2. Let's play that 2-strike hold. Balls 2 strikes, 2 out. 7th, Yankees. Leiter Jr. sets. Here's the 2-2. Full count. The 3-2. And it's ball 4 to Alonso. It's a 2-out walk by Alonso. Leiter Jr. didn't agree with that call. He's arguing with the umpire there. Telling home plate umpire to relax. Dude looking like Johnny Bravo at home plate. Let's see if that brings Boone's out. Let's see the pitch. I mean, just slightly off the plate. But I understand where Leiter was coming from. He just wanted to know. But that's going to do it for Leiter Jr. Nimmo will be coming up, and Tim Hill comes into the game. And we're in a commercial break. But, folks, I still can't believe that double play. Jesse says, so I screwed up on the extra innings. I mean, it's still a possibility. It's the bottom of the 7th, man. But we are in a commercial break. Tim Hill will be coming into the game to pitch for the Yankees. Sco says only the Mets. But, man, I don't know. That double play. That double play was I still can't believe it. I really can't. But Bellinger just coming through in the clutch, man. That was just absolutely clutch. Sox winning 5-3. Yes, top of the 8th, Sox winning, beating the Nationals 5-3. Bottom of the 8th, Blue Jays beating the Angels 3-2. 1-1 game in the bottom of the 9th between the Guardians and Tigers. 2-2 game between the Rays and Twins in the top of the 7th. 2-2 game between the White Sox and Rockies, top of the 4th. 0-0 between the Diamondbacks and Royals in the top of the 1st. Dodgers, Astros, 0-0, top of the 1st. Pittsburgh Mariners, or Pirates Mariners, top of the 1st, 0-0. And you got a couple of games starting later tonight with the Cubs and Cardinals, and then the Padres and Rangers. Very quickly, Jesse, the AL East is never easy, man. It's never a cakewalk. Oh. Just waiting for that advertisement to get out the freaking way. But it is the end of the 7th, so Nimmo grounded out. So Tim Hill getting the job done. But top of the 8th coming up here, folks. Top of the 8th coming up. 7, 8, 9 batters coming up for the Yankees here in the top of the 8th. But what a game it's been. What a Subway Series it's been. You know, Yankees are going to have to put up a couple more runs to make this a little bit more comfortable, I'm sure, for most of us. But they are up 6-4. That big double play there by Cody Bellinger. Top of the 8th about to begin. I'll pull up the game cast. And DJ LeMahieu starting things off here in the top of the 8th. Rico Garcia is in the game pitching for the Mets. He got recalled from AAA Syracuse on Thursday, had 24 games in the minors. So let's see what he does here against this Yankees lineup in the 8th inning. Swing and a miss there by DJ. DJ LeMahieu is 1 for 3 in today's game. Yeah, the AL East is always a tough division. It is. It's very competitive. It's gut wrenching. I mean, you name it. Here's the 0-2. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Ooh, struck him out looking. One down. Oswald coming to the plate. And Boone is yelling from the bullpen. He is angry. Yeah, DJ thought that was a ball, which I get it. Yeah, it was just slightly off the strike zone. Slightly off. So I understand the argument here. This ABS system needs to get here quick, as soon as possible. It's 1-0 to Cody, Austin Wells. He's 1 for 3 in today's game. 2-0 now to Austin Wells. Yankees up 6-4, top of the 8th. One down. Two-0. Wells fouls it. 2-1. The 2-1. Wells hits that to the opposite field. That ball will be fouled. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Austin Wells. The 2-2. Full count. The 3-2. Wells fouls it off. Still 3-2. Yankees up 6-4. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Wells here in the top of the 8th. 1 out. As Garcia sets here on the 3-2. And the pitch. Foul ball. Wells battling. The 3-2. And that one's driven to right field, and that will be a single for Austin Wells as he gets on base. He is now 2 for 4 in today's game. And that brings up Oswald Peraza to the plate. Unless they bring in a pinch hitter. Nope, no pinch hitter. Peraza at the plate. He's 0 for 3 in today's game. 0-1. The 0-1. Does he go? First base umpire said yes. It is 0-2 now to Oswald Peraza. Here's the 0-2. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Peraza. Peraza's 0 for 3 in today's game. We have a runner on first, 1 out. Yankees up 6-4. As Garcia sets here on the 1-2. The pitch. Grounded foul. Still 1-2. The 1-2. And Peraza pops it up. And play is made for out number 2 by Sanger. And that'll bring up Paul Goldschmidt to the plate. He's 2 for 4 in today's game. Goldschmidt takes strike 1. Garcia sets on the 0-1, the pitch. And there's a grounder hit to Lindor. He fields it, throws to second for the force out. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Commercial break. And Tim Hill should be back on the mound. It'll be Ronnie Mauricio, Brett Beatty, Jeff McNeil due up. So bottom of the 8th coming up. Peanut, every home plate umpire has been missing pitches all season. The ABS, like I said, the ABS system needs to get here. I hate implementing the technology into the game, but this one is necessary because these umpires are all over the place. There's no consistency. Well, let's see if the Yankees bullpen can protect this 2-run lead. Yankees have a 6-4 lead. Bottom of the 8th coming up. When the Yankees come up in the 9th, it'll be Grisham, Judge, and Stanton. All right, we are back to the game. Bottom of the 8th is here. Ronnie Mauricio leading things off here in the bottom of the 8th for the Mets. Tim Hill is back on the mound as Mauricio fouls off the first pitch. It is 0-1. Blue Jays win 3-2 against the Angels. Luke Weaver's warming up in the bullpen for the Yankees. And there's a base hit for Mauricio. He's 2 for 2. He starts things off with a single. And that'll bring up Brett Beatty to the plate. Let's see what's going on in the Rays game. Rays are up 3-2 against the Twins. First pitch to Beatty is ball one. Beatty is 1 for 1 in today's game. Here's the 1-0. Grounded to first. There's a double play, a tag to Mauricio, and Goldschmidt steps on the bag. So a double play by Goldschmidt all by himself. Nice play there by Goldschmidt as he comes up with it, makes the tag to Mauricio, steps on the bag to get Beatty out, and just like that, a double play by Paul Goldschmidt. So Bellinger turns a double play all by himself. Goldschmidt turns a double play all by himself. So 2 outs now, just like that. And that brings up Jeff McNeil, who is 2 for 3 in today's game. It's 1 ball, 1 strike here to McNeil. 2-1. Hill sets on the 2-1. The pitch. Foul back, 2-2. Let's play that 2-strike horn. The 2-2. And McNeil hits it to Volpe. Fields it. Fires to first. That is out number 3 as McNeil grounds out. Good job to Tim Hill for getting out of that inning, making it happen here. It's a 6-4 game. Top of the 9th coming up. Big double play turn by Goldschmidt. And a grounder there by McNeil. Good job to Hill for coming in and getting the job done. And Grisham, Judge, Stanton will be due up here in the top of the 9th. 6-4 game. I would love to have some insurance runs there. Get some more runs. Thankfully, we have an elite shortstop. Yeah, I mean, Tim Hill is, Tim Hill was struggling in the beginning of the season, but he's been looking a lot better. I mean, that ERA right now at 2.45, so his ERA has not been, his ERA is looking a lot better. He's been pitching a lot better too. Leiter Jr. certainly has had some hiccups. So there's definitely some improvement. He needs some improvement. Same thing with Jonathan Loaisiga. And I'm looking at the rest of the bullpen here. Weaver's hasn't been looking good since he came back. Williams has looked a lot better since the season compared to the beginning of the season. But the bullpen needs work. There needs to be some moves for the bullpen, no doubt. Rob says he has zero trust in Leiter. I mean, really, Leiter looked in that 2024 postseason. Yeah, I know I'm going back to the past. He looked good, but this season, yeah, it's been very up and down for him. As of late, it's more down. But here we have Trent Grisham. He's 3 for 4 with 3 singles. And that's a grounder hit to Lindor. Fields it, throws it to first as Grisham is out, 1 down. That'll bring up the captain, Aaron Judge, to the plate. So Judge hit his 33rd home run. He had a 2-run shot earlier. First pitch, ball 1. And here we have Devin Williams warming up in the bullpen. So Hayden Senger and Starling Marte, Lindor will be due up here in the bottom of the ninth for the Mets. The 1-0, 2-0. Here's the 2-0, 3-0. You expected a lot more from Loaisiga? Yeah, I mean, Loaisiga could have been a lot better than what he is, but injuries have really done him in, unfortunately. 3-1. He's been okay this season so far. I mean, he could be a very good pitcher. I feel like he would have been great if it wasn't for all those injuries. The guy has had a hard time staying healthy in his career. It's a full count now to Aaron Judge as he steps away from the batter's box. I don't think he liked that call. He thought it was ball 4. He was about to toss his bat. Full count to Judge. Here's the pitch. Struck him out looking. Yeah, Boone is not happy. I mean, these umpires, man, they're all over the place. ABS system needs to get here. That was right on the line. And here we have Giancarlo Stanton. It's 0-1 to Giancarlo. One and one now to Giancarlo. Let's see if he can keep this thing alive. Giancarlo is 1 for 4 in today's game. The 1-1. Giancarlo fouls it back. 1-2. As Garcia sets here on the 1-2. Here's the pitch. And Giancarlo pops that up. And it looks like Mauricio's right there to make the play. And the Yankees are going into the bottom of the ninth. The Mets will be coming up. Yankees leading 6-4, 9-1-2 batters coming up. I believe Devin Williams will probably come into this game. And we're in a commercial break. So, big inning coming up for both teams. Let's see how this one plays out. Everybody hang on to your seats. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in for the play-by-play. Thank you all very, very much. If this is your first time watching us, tuning in, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button. It does help out the channel. Keep spreading the word. I would greatly appreciate it. And who are the top fans in the chat? So looks like Rodney, Susan, and Rob Saxon are the top 3 in the chat now. Susan says, holding my breath. I think we all are. I think we're all holding our breath. I think we're all holding our breath. Boston leading 6-3 in the top of the ninth. So Yankees have a day off tomorrow. Then the Mariners come into town on a 3-game set. Then the Cubs come into town on a 3-game set. Then the All-Star break is next week. And then after that, they travel to Atlanta to play against the Braves on a 3-game set. So let's see what the Yankees do this week, but let's see what they do right now. Devin Williams is in the game. Jose Sanchez says, we appreciate you, brother, for doing what you do. God bless you. Thank you so much, Jose Sanchez. God bless you, man. But bottom of the ninth, here we go. Luis Torres coming in as a pinch hitter. For Sanger. So Sanger's day is over. So here we go. Bottom of the ninth, folks. Bottom of the ninth. Hang on to your seats as Williams sets against Torres. First pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here to Torres as Williams sets on the 0-1. The pitch. Called strike 2. Torres did not like that call. Well, this umpire's been making some bad calls for both teams. I mean, he's been making some bad calls for the Yankees. So Mendoza yelling at the umpire from the dugout. He's pissed. It is 0-2 to Torres as Williams sets. Here's the pitch. Struck him out looking. 1 down. And Mendoza coming out. I think Torres is arguing. Oh, he is yelling. And Mendoza's throwing kick of dirt to the home plate. He's been thrown out of the game. He is pissed off. Oh, he is in his face. He is fired up here, folks. He is fired up. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. I don't think that was strike 3, but like I said, this umpire has been all over the place. These umpires are all over the place. I mean, wow, but I'll take it. It works in the Yankees' favor, so I don't really care. But if it was the Yankees, if it happened to the Yankees, I would have been mad. But I was below the strike zone. But yeah, Mendoza was fuming. He came running out of that bullpen. He was angry. But 1 down here in the bottom of the ninth, and that'll bring up Starling Marte. He's 3 for 4 in today's game. First pitch, 1-0. But the Yankees have been facing these same types of problems with these umpires. Every team has, unfortunately. The 1-0. 1-1. Got him on that outside corner. One ball, 1 strike here to Marte. Williams sets. The 1-1. 2-1. Lindor waiting on deck. Oh, is Marte all right? He looks like he's holding his knee. And the trainer's out checking on Marte. The Mets bench, I mean, they've used their bench pretty much. The only guy available is Travis Jankowski. Mendoza taking Boone lessons. I think Boone would have done better. Boone does better. Mendoza still needs to step up and getting angry, but looks like Marte is fine. He will step back into the batter's box. Man, home plate umpire looked like Johnny Bravo. All right, as game will resume. Williams sets on the 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2 now to Marte. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Williams sets. Here's the 2-2. Grounded foul. Soto looking on there from the Mets dugout. Here's the 2-2. And that's a ground ball. Hits a Peraza, fields it, throws it to first for out number 2. And the Yankees are 1 out away from winning this game. And that brings up Francisco Lindor to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Yeah, Marte is hurt. Yeah, he could not run down that first base line, so he's definitely hurt. And here we have Lindor. It is up to him to keep this game alive. Yankees are 1 out away from winning this game as Williams pitches for ball 1. It's 1-0 to Francisco Lindor. Juan Soto is waiting on deck. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. The 1-1. 2-1. Williams sets on the 2-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. It is time to play the 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yankees 1 out away from this game. Williams sets the 2-2. Full count. A fastball way inside as Lindor gets out the way. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Williams sets the payoff. He goes around. Yes, he does. And the Yankees win. The Yankees win. They don't get swept. They break their 6-game losing streak. The Yankees win today's game 6-4. Oh, my God. And Soto does not get a chance to bat. Gotta love it. But what a game it's been here, folks. The Yankees finally get a win. What a relief it's been. I hope you all are happy. I hope you all can breathe now. Egyptian Magician says, pinch me. Bro, if I was sitting next to you, I would pinch you right now, bro. Oh, man. Wow. I mean, everything in today's game, yeah, good game, Sco. Well, it's even. The Yankees won 2 out of 3 at Yankee Stadium, and the Mets win 2 out of 3, so it's even. It's even in the Subway Series this year. But I hope you all are happy. I hope you all could breathe now. That game was just a little over 3 hours. Maybe they could get going, right? Yankees got a day off tomorrow. Hopefully, this is a good, uh, you know, morale victory, right? A good victory. This is a good win for them. They needed this win desperately, or else it would have been 7 in a row. But everything just clicked for the Yankees. Max Fried did exactly what he was supposed to do. The bullpen, a little shaky, but they were able to hold it down. They were able to protect the lead despite giving up some runs, which that's huge. I don't care what anybody says, especially from a bullpen that is pretty thin. Got to give a kudos to Cody Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt, both of them making double plays on their own. Bellinger was incredible, making that catch and then that dead ball's accurate throw to first base to throw out Lindor. I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything better. I mean, I don't know who you all think player of the game is, but I got to give it to Bellinger. I really do. I mean, he may have just saved the game. He may just have saved the game. He may have have saved the game and changed the fate of that game because that ball wasn't caught. I think I feel like it could have gone from bad to worse. I really do. But the Yankees do win. They break their 6-game losing skid. They don't get swept for the second series in a row. But, wow, what a game. What a game. But hopefully this is the start of a new winning streak. Hopefully this is a start of the Yankees getting back to being the Yankees. I mean, it's one win, so we got to see more. We got to see more. So we got to see more stuff like this, right? Desiree said it. Hey guys, yelling the Yankees won and woke me up. Well, there you go. Longest winning streak in a while. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the Yankees how the Yankees do in the rest of the week. Next week is the All-Star break, so hopefully they can win some more games. They got Seattle coming into town starting on Tuesday. Cam Schlittler should be pitching on Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll see. But there's still some games to go. Yankees still need to make their improvements. Right now, the bullpen needs to bullpen certainly needs to be addressed. Starting pitching hopefully can be better. Right? So Yankees got some work to do still. They got some work to do. But we'll see what happens. But Max Fried, gets his 11th win of the season. Devin Williams gets his 12th save of the season. His ERA down to 5.01. So Williams' ERA slowly coming down. But I got to give Bellinger the player of the game for turning that double play. That Bellinger's the player of the game. That's all there's to it. But I'm happy. I hope you're all happy. But anyway, I am going to close things out here, folks. The top 3 fans in the chat, Rodney, Susan, and Desiree. So top 3 fans of the chat. But thank you all very much for tuning in to the play-by-play. I appreciate everybody tuning into the play-by-play. Thank you for your continued support for this channel. Thank you to all the new subscribers. You guys and gals are the best. Day off tomorrow, so no game. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Get ready for the work week. And we'll do this again sometime. So once again, thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share this channel out with everybody you know, folks. Have a great day. And as always, let's go Yankees.